Grammar differences between English and Spanish. The first difference is the subject pronoun. In English, the first pronoun is I. That is equivalent to yo in Spanish. Subject pronoun you in English is equivalent in Spanish to tú, that is informal, vosotros, vosotras, and usted, that is more formal than tú. The subject pronoun he in English is equivalent to él in Spanish. Subject pronoun she in English is equivalent to ella in Spanish. The subject pronoun we in English is equivalent to nosotros, nosotras in Spanish. The subject pronoun they in English is equivalent to ellos, ellas in Spanish. In English, usually we have to include pronouns, except in imperative form. For example, I speak French. In Spanish, hablo francés. In English, it is snowing. In Spanish, está nevando. An exception. Open your book. In Spanish, abra su libro. The next difference is auxiliaries. In English, when we change a statement for a question, we use auxiliaries like do, does, did, will, have, etc. In Spanish, when we change a statement for a question, we raise the voice in the end of the sentence, or we switch the verb and noun position. Examples. In English, statement: she swims in the pool. In Spanish, the statement will be ella nada en la piscina. In English, a question: does she swim in the pool? In Spanish, the question will be ¿nada ella en la piscina? ¿Ella nada en la piscina? Another difference is question mark. In English, when we write a question, we just use a question mark in the end of the sentence. For example, do you have a pet? In Spanish, when we write a question, we use two question marks at the beginning of the sentence and the end. For example, ¿tienes mascota? Difference is adjectives. In English, adjectives does not have gender. For example, the black cat. In Spanish, adjectives of the have gender. For example, los gatos negros, el gato negro. The next difference is the adjective position. In English, the adjective goes before the noun. For example, a red car, a boring teacher. In Spanish, the adjective goes after the noun. For example, el carro rojo, el profesor aburrido. Another difference is definite article. In English, there is an article definitive, the. Some examples: the students are here. The papa's car is white. In Spanish, there are four: el, las, los, y las. Some examples: las mujeres están en huelga. Los estudiantes están aquí. El carro del papa es blanco. El dólar está a la alza. Indefinite articles. In English, we have three indefinite articles: a and an. The article a is used when the first letter of noun begins with a consonant. The article an is used when the first letter of the noun begins with a vowel. In Spanish, we have four indefinite articles: un, una, unas, and unos. Un is for singular and masculine. Una is for singular feminine. unos is for plural and masculine, and unas is for plural and feminine. Check some samples. In English, a thief in the court. In Spanish, un ladrón en la corte. In English, an owl in the university. In Spanish, un búho en la universidad. In English, a clown in the government. In Spanish, un payaso en el gobierno. In English, an unusual day in Medellín. In Spanish, un día inusual en Medellín. Another difference is the uses of capital letter. Spanish uses capital letter in the same cases English does, with the following important exceptions. The first one, not used for days, months, or religion. Lunes, martes, enero, febrero, el budismo, un católico. The second one, used for geographical names such as rivers, countries, and cities. Bolivia, Los Ángeles, but not used for the adjectives. Venezolano, norteamericano, panameña, guatemalteco, caribeño. And the third one, in long titles of books, movies, etc., only the first word and any proper noun are capitalized. La cabaña del tío Tom, Antología del cuento hispánico, 100 años de soledad. The last difference is the gender. In Spanish, usually there is a letter A to differentiate the masculine and feminine. This letter goes at the end of the noun or adjective. For example, beach, dog. In Spanish, perro, perra. In English, boy, girl. In Spanish, niño, niña. Reference.